So, last week I listened to the audiobook Outlaw Platoon by Parnell, and I gotta say, this is one of the best, probably one of my favorite first-hand accounts of combat in Afghanistan. Like, I've listened to quite a few books on like military combat, first-hand accounts and things like that, and this one, it was just written really well. It was really detailed, and I'm not saying I have experience with combat firsthand, but in comparison to other books I've read, it was just spot on. It's so fucking good, really well put together, and I breezed right through this thing. Like, I listened to it while I was running, I listened to it while I was driving at work. It took me a couple days to get through it. Just constantly listen to it. Just some of the things in the book that really stood out to me were, you won't know this until you read the book, or if you've already read the book, but the ongoing storyline from the beginning to the end of the book about the interpreters, which they call Terps, that they worked with in Afghanistan. And by the way, I should back up a little bit. So Outlaw Platoon was a platoon in the famous 10th Mountain Division in Afghanistan. And 10th Mountain Division goes back, many wars back in the U.S. Army. And it was already kind of a famous division. And this is just, a story of a platoon of 10th Mountain Division in Afghanistan. And I think it was 2006, 2007 was when this took place, was when Parnell was there. And then I think they were also deployed several more times after that. But this is his first deployment, Outlaw Platoon's first deployment to Afghanistan. And it was just good, man. Like, I can't suggest it enough. Like I said, I've read quite a few books on combat, on Afghanistan, on Iraq, Vietnam, all kinds of different stuff I've listened to or read through the years, and this is probably one of my favorites of all the stuff I've read. So highly recommend it. I think it was very well written. It was a really interesting story, and like I said, the story about the interpreters and the story about the dogs, and like I said, you want to listen to, you read it, or if you've already read it, but you actually felt something in this story. You really felt something for these men, and just a fantastic story. So check it out, Outlaw Platoon by Parnell. If you like videos like this where I talk about basically shit I like, I talk about movies, TV series, books, pop culture, nerd shit, comic books, any of that sort of thing. If you're into that, subscribe for more, because that's what I do here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.